Okay, so the first question is like kind of just briefly summarize your overall thoughts on the video. Like, what did you kind of think of it overall?
I thought overall it was really good. Like, I felt like I was actually watching a music video. I didn't feel like it was two things spliced together. So yeah, overall it felt quite professional.
Cool.
I thought it was good actually. The actual like camera shots and the cinematography and stuff was very good.
Cool, thanks.
It was very creative and stylistic. The visuals really matched with the music. Yeah.
Cool. Second question is, like, what were your thoughts on the editing? Because obviously editing was like quite a big part of the video, so I don't know, what did you think of it?
At the beginning I thought to myself, oh, some of these are flashing in quite harshly, like when it faded to black and then flashed back in.
Yeah.
But then towards, like, it got quite seamless towards the end, some effects in, yeah, the editing was good.
It was done very well actually. There were a few bits where I thought, yeah, you could have changed it a little bit, like slowed it down or sped it up, but apart from that, it was very good.
It jumped around a bit. I thought it was alright most of the time. Sometimes quite hard to understand.
Like use of camera work and like specifically like camera movement, because there was quite a lot of like spinning shots and stuff.
Well, I thought a lot of the camera work was really good. There was one bit which was confusing where it went up to the light and then off to the left, but then I realised what that was, and yeah, the camera work was definitely appropriate to the video.
Okay.
I think the close-ups worked quite well. And I also think the spinning shots worked quite well, but I think there were a bit too many of them.
I thought they were really creative and really like kept me interested in the video.
What did you think of the post-production? So, like the bits where there was loads of images that flashed in like a sequence, and also the bit at the beginning where like the bit where he like pulls his hood down.
I thought it was very good, actually. It worked quite well. I think the flashing like images sequence was a bit like it wasn't necessarily necessary there,
Right.
but I think it was done very well. So.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, those were like the best parts, I think.
Cool. Okay, thanks. Thoughts on like the locations used? So obviously I used a cemetery, a car park, and like a garden kind of centre thing. So I don't know. Did you think they worked well?
I thought all the locations worked well. I think probably the one that worked the best was the. I think I'd probably say the roof, because the song sounded a lot like a dwelling kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's just a lot of contemplation.
Cool.
Yeah, they did actually. Yeah, very well.
I thought that was really effective. It really matched the music as well.
Well, thanks. And thoughts on whether the song actually fitted the video?
Yeah, really well. To be honest, when I got into it, I thought I was just watching a music video. I thought it just all went really well together. The song, everything that happened in the video, they just all meshed in perfectly.
Yeah, in a way. I mean, the video sort of complements the song's mood, sort of the atmosphere of it.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think the lyrics entirely match up, because there's not necessarily enough narrative within the video to explain what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like any other parts that you thought maybe weren't so good and that needed maybe a little bit of improving?
I think the first shot of the leaves, I think that was brambles. I think maybe you could get something different to that, because it kind of just looked like leaves.
Alright, fair enough. Cool.
A few things, like I think there should have been fewer spinning shots.
Yeah.
And maybe the editing in certain places could have been at a different pace. And there are a few shots that I thought were a bit like unnecessary, sort of the flashing imagery sequence. And there was a bit where it's like it says glorious, it's meant to say glorious dead, but you sort of cut off this last letter.
Yeah, that was an error.
Yeah.
Have a bit more of a story, I think. It kind of just jumped around because it's not really a performance piece either, and it's not really story, so it is kind of in between. So have one or the other, that'll be a lot better.